Hello everybody, I'm Matt Schlicht, CEO of Octane AI, and we help so many e-commerce brands leverage real-time messaging for e-commerce. And so many of the brands that we work with, they're already generating anywhere from 5 to sometimes over 10% of their entire revenue online from these real-time messaging channels that we're working with them on. And welcome to another masterclass video. It is so good to have you here in the e-commerce messenger masterclass. So the goal of this masterclass, if you haven't watched any of the videos yet, or just as a reminder, is to help you, whether you're an agency or you work at an e-commerce brand. The goal is to help you leverage real-time messaging for your business. And you'll hear me talk about this all the time. We are trying to help you, and I'm trying to help you understand how to grow, engage, and support your customers over these real-time messaging channels. And today, we're talking about support. And if you haven't watched the video about grow or engage yet, I definitely recommend that you go check those out first. Because support, it's kind of the third one in the category. You first want to make sure that with grow, you have built-in ways for your customers to opt into this messaging experience. And then engage, you want to be tracking the customer journey so that you can be sending out messages at the right time, maybe when they abandon a cart or if they haven't shopped in a while. And then support, which is what we're going to be talking about today, is once you've started sending out all these messages, your customers are going to start messaging you back. And specifically today, we're talking about Facebook. So how to use AI to improve customer support on Facebook. Again, grow, engage, and support. This is kind of the flow. You want to start with these two and then get here. But once you've started sending out messages when someone abandons a cart or when they haven't been to the site in a while or their order just got completed or their order's just been shipped. So when you're engaging with the customer over Facebook Messenger with messages, they're going to start replying back to you and they're going to start asking you lots of questions. Where's my order? How long does it take to get to Brazil? When are you going to put this back in stock? And that is what we're going to be talking about today. And I will explain how it works, how it uses artificial intelligence, what the benefits are, and I'm going to really kind of paint a picture so that if this is new to you, you can really grasp it, and it'll be very clear how this is going to be a huge benefit to your business or your clients' businesses. So here's the first thing, and when I explain these, you will probably totally relate and know exactly what I'm talking about because this is super common. So what most brands are doing on Facebook Messenger right now. And when I'm talking about Facebook Messenger for brands, I mean if a customer goes to your brand's Facebook page and they click that send message button and then they send in you a question. So these are the three things that I see brands doing the most when they receive messages on Facebook. So one, if you go message a random store on Facebook or your own, your one option is you're going to get a very slow response time. And so I went and messaged hundreds of brands so I could collect data from this. And definitely with some of these brands, it would take them 1 to 3 days to get back to me. And that's just the ones that did get back. But it was so long. And the questions that I sent in were like indicating that I was about to buy something. And so it would have been better if they could have responded faster. So very slow response time. If this is you, you probably already are thinking that. The second one is the brand has an away message set up. And when you message their page, it'll say something like, hey, we're not here right now, but if you want to contact us, go here. And so then it never responds to you. Nobody ever talks to you there. And quite often that person doesn't bounce over and go to the other page that you sent them to. And so this is something I see brands doing a lot as well. It's lazy, right? You're just setting up an away message. You're not actually engaging with people on this channel. It's not a good solution. That's kind of like if I came into the store to talk to you and ask you a question and you were like, hey, I'm not going to answer your question in person. You got to send us an email. It's not the way to do it. The third one, and I swear, this happened 9 out of 10 times that I messaged a brand on Facebook. No response at all. So you send in a message and nobody ever responds. I recently talked to a brand that has received tens of thousands of messages in the past year and they'd only responded to one of them. So if you go into your Facebook inbox, so if you go to your Facebook page, you go to inbox and you go look at all those messages that you've been getting, if most of them are unread, then you know that you're doing what most other brands do right now and you have a problem. Now, two, those are the problems, but here's the benefits of using AI for support. So one, you can answer most of the questions instantly. And so here's the thing. Artificial intelligence, it can't do everything imaginable. But if you assign AI a very specific task and it knows exactly what it's supposed to do and it's looking out for very specific things and it knows exactly what the answer is to those things, AI can actually be really, really incredible and really beneficial. And it just so happens that questions that people and customers ask e-commerce businesses is something perfect for AI, because all the questions are almost exactly the same. Where's my order? Or other variations of where's my order, by far is the most common question that we see customers asking brands. After that, it's other things like, when is this coming back in stock? How do I return this? Maybe there's a problem with the package when it was delivered or it never arrived. But AI can instantly answer most questions. So this is huge benefit. Just have a computer there answering questions. Second thing is now customers are getting questions answered super fast. And that means that you now have happy customers. And this is definitely something that you want. They're going to feel like they're getting taken care of. They're going to have instant response time. They're not going to have to wait these 1 to 3 days. They're not going to get an away message. And they're definitely not going to get no response. They're going to get a response pretty much instantly. Third thing is this is a huge reduced cost when it comes to support. Instead of hiring a bunch of people to sit there answering the same questions over and over and over and over again, now you can use a computer or artificial intelligence or AI to answer them for you. So it's a cost saver. So not only do you have happy customers, but you're saving money. And here's how it works. And if you've heard about artificial intelligence before, maybe you're thinking that it's very, very complicated. It's actually not. I think it's more that it's mysterious and most people haven't used it yet. But pretty soon you're going to be using it all the time and it will no longer be mysterious and it will no longer feel complicated. And I hope that this helps explain a little bit of it. So here's what happens when someone's messaging you on Facebook, and here's how we're going to use artificial intelligence to make sure that they always get a really good response in a timely manner. So one, if you are using something like Octane AI to send out messages throughout the customer journey, so you abandoned your cart, you should come complete the purchase, or thanks for completing your purchase, your order is on the way. When you do these things, or when someone's just browsing the site, customers are going to send you questions, and their questions are going to be related to whatever just happened to them. So maybe if they're browsing the site, they want to know how sizing works, or if you have something in stock. Maybe if they just completed an order, they want to know where in the world is their package right now, because they want to track it. Once they send in a message and a question, and again, where's my order? What is your return policy? How does sizing work? Which product is right for me? It's going to go first to AI. And this AI is going to look at that question, and it's going to basically think as a computer, have I seen this type of question before? And it's going to be able to understand almost an infinite number of variations of that question. So you could ask, where's my order? Like, do you know where my order is? Do you know where my package is? How long until my parcel arrives? Do you know when my new shoes get here? You could ask it so many different ways, and the AI is going to be able to recognize that, and it's going to be able to provide you an answer. Oh, here's your tracking number. Oh, here's where you can go track where it is. Oh, it's in this state right now, or oh, it'll get to you in like this many days. It's going to be able to recognize that, and it's going to be able to do that for all the most common questions. Now, in this scenario, and so in that scenario, they asked a question, it went to the AI knew what the question was, knew what the answer was, and then it answered the question immediately. Great, perfect experience, instant response. This is ideal, and this is what can happen maybe 75 to 90% of the time, especially for these super common questions. Now, let's say that somebody comes and they ask a question that the AI has never seen before, or maybe it's a very, very unique question. It's someone talking about like, hey, I ordered these shoes, and the bottom of it has something written on it, and I'm not sure where it is. Like maybe it's just something really specific that the AI has no idea about. In that situation, it goes to the AI, and the AI is like, I don't know what this person's talking about. And in that situation, which is maybe only 25% of the time, it can send that question over to a real human who works on your support team, and they can get the question, they can answer it, the answer gets sent to the person. This is still a great experience. And then when they've answered this question, if it's something that the support person or the support human thinks that another customer might ask in the future, they can add it to the list of trained questions that the AI understands. And so then next time somebody asks that same complicated question, instead of going to a person, the AI is going to be like, I've been asked this question before and I know what the answer is, and so I'm immediately going to send it over here. And so this is basically how it works. And what's really amazing is that the more times people ask where their order is, the AI is going to learn from that if you do this right. And this is how something like Octane AI is set up. But if you do it right, the more questions and the more variations and the more ways people ask the same question, the better the AI is going to get at recognizing questions correctly and providing it with the right answer. So this is how customer support AI can help you improve customer support on Facebook. And so instead of not answering people's questions when they message you, now you can answer them immediately with AI, and you can sit back and just watch this robot do the work on its own. And anytime someone needs to really talk to a human, you can have you or your support team or your client support team can then set in. And so I hope that this inspired you. I hope that this gave you a good idea of support. If you're not doing support AI right now, you should definitely turn it on, especially if you're not messaging customers back in a timely manner. This is going to be a no-brainer. It's not only going to save you money, but it's going to make your customers happy and get them coming back. So it's going to make you money with repeat sales. If you already are doing engage and grow on Facebook Messenger especially, so if you're already sending out messages throughout the customer journey, like abandoned cart, order confirmation, win back, things like that, but you're not doing customer support AI, then you're probably running into these problems where you're getting an influx of messages coming back because you've started messaging them more, but you don't have a solution in place to answer those questions. And so maybe you're increasing revenue by a little bit, but now you might be causing situations where your customers are, asking you questions and not getting answered, and now they're upset. And so you definitely don't want that happening. I definitely don't want that happening. Definitely take a look at what you can be doing with AI. Make a list of the top questions that people are asking you. And if you need help with that, reach out to me. Leave me a comment. Reach out to our team. This is exactly what we do all day. This is what our platform does. And thank you so much for being in this masterclass. It is such an honor to work with all of you entrepreneurs and agencies and e-commerce brands. You're so driven. I think there's just something so special about the e-commerce industry where everybody is just such a go-getter. And I feel really honored to just be a part of that. And I'm just trying to do my best and pass on all this information. We've worked with the over 1,000 brands we've helped with real-time messaging for e-commerce. So I will talk to you soon.